Good afternoon, crafters, and welcome to P2PCrafts Presents, brought to you by From Picture to Page and Beyond Papercraft shows. I'm your host, Michelle Brown, Creative Director from Picture to Page, which is our scrapbooking, mixed media art and papercrafts community. Now, P2PCrafts presents our talented retailers and some guest artists in a whole heap of sessions. So if you've missed any, head over to our website from picturetopageandbeyond.com.au, where you can see all the sessions, see all the links that our presenters have talked about, and while you're there, make sure you're on our email list so you'll get the summary at the end of the week, as well as hear about Season 2, which will be coming up soon. Now, whether you're watching here live on Facebook or a replay on Facebook or our website or YouTube, let us know you're there. So pop in the comments and say hi. Make sure you share us with your crafty friends and ask any questions, and Sofie and I will be able to answer them. So today, P2PCrafts presents Sofie from Scrapmatts. Hello, Sofie.
Hi, Michelle. Good afternoon, everyone.
How are you today?
Well, thank you.
Excellent,
well, thank
excellent. You. Now, you are really new to the Picture to Page family. You were going to come to our Pakenham show.
Yes, but things happened.
It was, yes. So we would be bumping in right now. So,
oh, really? Wow.
Yep, exactly when it would have been. So a little bit bittersweet today. So tell us a little bit about Scrapmatts.
Well, Scrapmatts is has been around for quite a while. We are a Sydney-based company. We actually started in the craft industry in 1986. A long time. We've had bricks and mortar stores for over 25 years. And then we decided, as we were getting older, that it was probably better that we tried to slow down. Try to slow down is the operative word there, but it didn't happen. So we've moved everything to home base, online store, which we've had an online store for over 17 years, actually, for quite a while.
Yeah.
And we do quite a few shows, retreats, papercraft days, and I'm so missing my girls up here in Sydney, and they're missing me as well, I know. It was just a great get-together that we used to have. All my retreat ladies are missing out, but everyone's missing out in this situation. But you know what? At the end of it, we're going to come out of it. We're going to have a great time when we do. It's going to be like a massive party.
It certainly
massive
will.
craft party.
It definitely will. So you were doing quite a few retreats and classes throughout the year.
Absolutely. I run retreats in Sydney, country New South Wales and in Queensland.
Okay.
So I keep myself quite busy.
Yeah, and I think there was a few cruises in there as well somewhere.
Yes, I'm often invited to teach on a few cruise groups as well, which that's gone out of the way as well at the moment.
Yes.
But everything will come back and everything will bounce back and we'll all be back to wonderful new crafting times.
That's true. And so what have you got to show us today?
Well, today, a lot of people know Scrapmatts for chipboard, which is what we originally started off with. But as we've evolved and the craft industry has evolved, we also now manufacture our own stencils. And Scrapmatts, all our chipboard and all our stencils are made in Australia. We make them here in our Sydney headquarters. Yep. So it's an Australian-made product, which we're very, very proud of.
Definitely.
So stencils is very up and coming. You can use it for your cards, your layouts, your mixed media, your off the page, for quite a few things. You can mist through. You can use them with mists. You can use them with inks. You can use them with your mediums as well. They're very, very versatile. So that's what we're going to start off with today.
Excellent.
I'm going to do a background as well to show you how to use one as a background. The way I like to do it. It's probably not the way everyone else does it, but
that's what we're here to see.
That's what you're here to see. And I'm also going to make a card as well, so that people can just go through the process with me of the way I think through a card.
Yeah. Excellent.
Which is always different to everyone else.
Yeah, and that's what's been fascinating with these sessions, is just getting an insight into people's thought process, because we do all think differently.
Yeah, I run a lot of classes, and I always say to people, instructions are just guidelines. You can take the class wherever you like. And if you get one thing out of a class, it's worked for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, well, I will let you get set up.
Thank you.
And we will say hello. Hello to all the Scrapmatts viewers. We're really excited to have you here, and hopefully we can see you again in real life one day. And so we've got Christine here, we've got Tammy, hello Faye, hi Mary, hi Deborah, hi Florina. It's really good to have you here as well. And we've got Janelle and Glenda. So we really are looking forward to seeing Sofie and her new stencils. So Sofie, it looks like you are ready to go.
Yes, I am.
Okay, take it away.
Yes, I'm ready to go. And here I've just got a little selection of some of the new, what I call mermaid stencils. They're actually mermaid scales. And some of them are, they're all on our website right at the moment. And if you pop over to the website, there is a link on the home page that shows you, that will take you straight to where all these stencils are. These are approximately about just under a 6x6. And I'll just bring one up and just show you. Probably need a darker piece of paper to show. Yeah. And what we're going to do today, we're just going to start off and just use one of the designs and just play with it. Okay, so here we go. Let's get rid of that bulk. Let's get a card. Let's just get some tape. Tape it down. Okay, let's bring in some Distress Oxides. Just some pretty colours, because there's nothing like pretty colours to play with. Now, I'm going to start off with some warm lipstick. I've got some cracked pistachio and some fossilized amber. Okay, so let's just load up. I'm really lazy. I know you should put it down there and do that, but I'm just really, really a lazy crafter. And just randomly and gently. So when you can see that just coming right through there a little bit. Okay, let's clean that off a bit. Let's just pick up another colour. And what we want to do is just randomly, you can just blend one right into the other. And just round and round in a circular motion. Works really, really, really well. That's a bit of contrast now. Just wipe that off a bit. Let's try some of the fossilized amber. That's just brought it up a bit.
Oh, that's so pretty.
It is. And have you noticed, I haven't done just one colour. I've just gone through and done some random colours, which is the way I like to do it, because I don't have to be even. Random just makes it so much easier for me. I don't have to stress about being even. And it just gives it that really, really lovely effect. Okay. Okay, this is just like a quick demonstration to show you how to use them. Let's just peel this off, put my tape back. I always have my tape just pre-cut when I'm designing. Take it off. I'm just going to bring that up slowly to the camera. Is that right?
Yeah, that looks lovely. We've got lots of hearts floating across the screen.
Yes, very, very pretty. Now what I can show you is, now these wash really, really easy, just in some water. So what I'm going to show you, what I have created is a little card. And that's using that exact same technique, using all the random colours. And I've put a little bit of a pearl strip in there. And this is our bling. And we've got our blingers online, and it's called Bling It On. Yes, but what we have is we actually have it in 3 sizes, which is a 4mm, a 5mm, and a 6mm. And they're all available on our website now under acrylic craft gems. And we have 10 colours. So we have 10 colours, or 11 colours actually, 11 colours in 3 sizes. So they're really, really pretty to use on your projects. And the good thing is that because they come in 3 sizes, you can use them for lots of your projects. So that's just another little added thing that we have. Now they're $2.50 a packet. So it's really, really inexpensive. And this is one of my favourite, the multi.
Yes, they're gorgeous.
If you don't know what colour to pick, you pick the multi. And the thing with these are, they have an actually beautiful, I don't know if you can get it in the focus there, a beautiful sparkle to them.
Yes,
absolutely glorious. You can see that? That's good. Okay, so this is the card that we've made with one of those. Really, really pretty. So I'm going to just put that away, and we'll go on to the next set of stencils because I've got different stencils that do different things. So let's just pack this up. Okay. Whoops. I've just moved the camera, haven't I? That was me.
That's okay. We can still see.
I know you can. That's all right. We'll just do a little adjustment there. Okay. Not a lot of space between me and the camera. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. That's all straight again.
Now, these are our 3D stencils or our optical illusion stencils. We've got 3 designs that we're starting off with. They come in an A4. Just move that aside so we can just concentrate on one. Okay. They come in small, medium, which is, I'm going to actually work with the medium today. Small, medium, and large. Now, when you see them like that, they don't do much. But when you see them like that,
ooh.
Now, that's just an example of the small, the medium in the middle, and the large on the end. So because we've got the 3 different sizes, you can use them for cards, layouts, off the page, your journals, and things like that. And you can combine colours. Here again, I've used the distressed oxides, which I'm actually, having fun with this week, having a good play with them. So that's one design. Now the next design we have is number 3, which is this one here. And again, when you see this, like that, it doesn't look like much. But when you use them with 2 colours, you get something exciting like that. And it's the visual effect. This is really good when you want to make your own backgrounds. I often find that I can never find a paper I want the time I want it. So I will just create my own background. Like that. That's one design. And then we have the 3rd design. Again, when you see them like this, again, small, medium, large, doesn't look like, you can't really tell what it's going to look like. But there's your optical illusion there.
Wow.
You can get some beautiful, beautiful effects with it. That's your large, that's your medium, and that's your small. And even on a layout, you could mix 2 or 3 of those sizes on there as well. That would be great fun. Now, just put all this aside. I'm actually just going to use the medium. Move that off the screen. And I can just show you a little sample. It's a nice, quick little mail cut. I might put it on a white sheet of paper. There we are.
That looks amazing.
Yes, just a nice, cute and quick little card. And as we've said, I've just created my own background there using the inks I have just around in the office, and of course some Scrapmatts chipboard. Now, the card we're going to make today is this one. Little pretty feminine card. I thought I would do a masculine card and a feminine card so that people think, nothing is always just feminine. You can make some things for men. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a piece of our cardstock. Leave that there so we can see it. Lay down our stencil. And because it's got straight lines, I will follow the straight lines. Now, I do have one pre-prepared, but we're just going to go through the exercise just really, really quickly so we get the idea of how to use these stencils, because there is a little trick to it. Actually, I might do it that way so that can attach. Yeah. Okay, let's stick it down again. Okay. Okay, the colours we're going to use for this is the peeled paint and the fired brick in the distress oxides. Just bring them to this side. Okay, clean off my brush. Always start with your lighter colour. And I've got a ruler here for a reason. Because these stencils have got these cuts in them and they're like that, sometimes people get really, really confused how to use them. So what I find easy to do is I put a ruler down. If my cut is going that way, that is the way that I will ink, so that the stencil doesn't move on me. So I'm just going to ink up in my peeled paint. Hold the ruler down.
So Sophie, Wendy was asking what brush are you using there?
This is actually, it's a cosmetic brush, but it seems to be the new fad to use at the moment, and I'm just trying them out. I'm having some fun with them. There's a lot of retailers that do sell them. So I think if you go to some of your P2P, picture-to-page retailers, you'll find some people that will have these brushes. Some people hold them back here. Some people just go in like that, depending on how heavy I do the same. Sometimes I'll use it back here, sometimes out here. It depends the intensity of the colour. And as you can see there, the stencil actually hasn't moved on me. It hasn't split like that. So that's been helped by the ruler. So let's just take this off. I finished with that colour. We're only going to do a little bit of it. And there we are. Again, doesn't look like much. Just going to clean off. There is a right side and a wrong side to this stencil. The right side has our name on it, and I started off with that side. It has our name on it and the size and the number. Now, to make the magic happen and to bring it all together, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over like we turn a page in a book. And then we're going to align it down here. I don't know if you can see, what I'm actually doing is the part of the stencil that's already been inked, I'm actually covering up. There we go. Can you see there where the colour is there?
Yes, we can see that.
We can see that. Now, what I'm going to do is totally cover it so that we can't see it, and we're masking it. So let's put some tape down again. Clean off our brush. All I'm using, my brush is just an old cloth, and then just rubbing it on that. I recycle my old towels and make them, okay, here we go. And just gently, oops, forgot my ruler. Now, because the cuts are now going this way, we will ink this way. And as you can see, that stabilizes all those openings in my stencils. There we go. Just move it. And just up in that way. Okay. Let's just clean it off. That's enough of that. Let's just take it off and see the magic underneath. Okay. Okay, let's take this away.
Oh, wow.
And you see how that's met up with the two colours?
Yeah, we can see.
That's very pretty. And that's exactly the same way I've created that background.
Mm-hmm.
You can use whatever colours you like, whatever colours go with the project that you're doing. You just create it and make it your own. Now, to finalise the card, if I can't get a backing colour, a matte colour there, to match my design, I actually just ink my own.
Ah, how clever.
So when I put that on top to mat it, it all matches. Now, I have an edge, so what I do is I have an edge of this top bit, so just quickly edge. I didn't want to sit here and just cut for you because no one knows how to cut. There we are, edged, done. Now, I'm very much a glue person, so there's my blocks, my glue. Quickly, my focus.
What glue have you got there, Sophie?
That's Aleene's Turbo Tacky.
Ah, the tacky glue.
The one thing I like about it is that's how I store it.
Oh, excellent.
And it's my glue is where I want it. I hate having to wait for glue to get to where I want it to be. I'm a very impatient crafter. So let's just move that out of the way so everyone can see. Center that. Okay. Now let's add some pretty chipboard. Okay. I've already pre-inked everything, so you don't have to see me. Inking chipboard. The one thing that I really, really like inking my chipboard with is Brilliance.
Oh,
Brilliance
okay.
ink pad. The reason why I use Brilliance is it sits on top of the chipboard, it doesn't soak in, and it's permanent. And it gives you, you don't have to do 2 or 3 coats, and that's what I really, really love about it. Now, the packet that this came out of is packet 5189. And it's called Flourishes and Leaves. We have it in white mist as well as the raw. And they just push out. They're already pre-cut and they just push out. So I've just inked it, and the butterflies are in there as well, which is what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're already done. As I said, I've just inked it in the gold. I'm just going to put a little bit of ink in a few spots. I'm going to ink my ribbon as well. Okay. And let's just put it down there. Okay. Let's just ink a flower. Just a little flower. We'll just often add something. I always put a lot of glue for my flowers. Also because they travel around Australia quite a lot. Sometimes I think they have their own passports, my cards. I'm going to be missing going to Perth and a whole lot of other places this year. That's okay. We're all missing out on stuff. Now, our title. This is a new range of titles that we released just recently. And they come in black or white. And I don't know if you can notice, I will open up a packet. There's actually some backing card in there. So I'm going to open one up and just ink it for you just to show you. This one I've already prepared. So let's just leave them there. And they're 6124 and 6123. So when you get a packet and you pull it out, there are 2 pieces. Yes, already
That's so
done.
clever.
It is very clever, and a lot of them will have hello buddy, hello bestie, and there's also hello there with a blank. So if you want to do your own saying, you can. So I'm just going to actually just get a pair of scissors and just cut that off. Shouldn't have twisted it. Wrong thing, Soph. Told you I'm a very impatient crafter. Now over here is its corresponding piece, and all I'm going to do is, this is actually just cardstock. So there we are. So that will actually sit on top of that. What I do recommend with your white chipboard is that you ink it. So I'm just going to get my Brilliance pad. I'm just going to ink the top there. Just gently over the word. Now, we want a contrast for the piece underneath. So, I'm just going to get my gold. Just going to run a bit of colour on that. Can we see the gold?
Yes, we can just see it.
Just see it. I'll bring it up closer. I'll just smother this one in gold. Okay. There's part 1. There's part 2.
And so what colours did you use there, Sophie?
White, moonlight white
Right,
for the white,
for the top.
and
Okay.
galaxy gold.
Right.
And you can see that I have a contrast there. Do I need to put it on a piece of paper or?
No, we can see that.
You can see it. And that's what I've put together for my saying here. That one says hello sunshine. I've done hello beautiful. And I just want to mount it up a bit. So I've just put some chipboard at the back. Waste not, want, not whatever the saying is. Okay, so then that will just go onto our card. And there we have a quick little card.
Yeah, and the background just really brings it to life.
Just brings it to life. And as I said, you know, you often have people who have favourite colours. So you can just personalise it to the person that you're giving it to. Centre that onto our card. And there we are. One I made earlier and one I just made. Beautiful little card. Okay?
Yeah, and it's great to see that piece of chipboard on its own, because I think when you see the whole design, it's a bit overwhelming, but seeing them individually...
Yes, it is, but when you see it in the two pieces, they work really, really well, especially if you've got a really dark background, and sometimes your word gets lost in there, and that's why I designed them. See, this is a busy background, but the word actually stands out now because it's got that background on there. Okay, let's put these away. They were lovely. And we've got one last thing to go through. How are we going for time, Michelle?
Oh, we're doing fine, Sophie.
We're doing fine.
Nothing like watching someone else craft. I could do it all day.
Let me just clean up my area. And this one I'm just going to be talking because I'm good at that. I'm really, really good at that. Now, we've got some other range of stencils, which are mandalas, doilies, and things like that. So these are again in that same size that we had the mermaid scales and arches in. And these range at $5.50. But the one thing I do love about these is that they're also a mask. These actually come out. You can actually push that, can become that. So when you push it out, just start this one a little bit. Come on, push out for me. No, not today. I'll need to use a craft knife. I've got one here that's already done. Why am I struggling there? Okay. You can use that as a mask. So you can put that down and do a light colour. You always put your light colours down first when we're misting or we're inking. So you put that down first. Then you can take that, put it back in there, and then work your colours. You can work all your colours to get some beautiful designs. Now we've got 5 here actually. So let's see what we can do with it. There's a little sample. Can we see that?
Yes.
And that's that design there. Okay.
And what did you use for that first one?
The first one is Distress Oxide sprays.
Right, a spray.
A spray, yeah. This one I've used some ink, and that's this design here. So just to show you, and again, all I've done is in the centre, I've started with one of the yellows, then gone into a pinky red, and then into a red on the outside. I mean, that's the way I like to work it. And as you can see, we've used the mask separated because I can then cut around it. And you can also use these to make some backgrounds. Here's a little pretty background that I've made for a card. This is one I've just started. This one I spray misted first because I wanted just a bit of splash of colour. And then I've gone in the corners and just done some highlighted colours. And that's another little one. And from that, I made that.
Oh.
So there is our background there, a sample of our background. And then I've just cut out, I've made that pattern twice, which is this one here, the 5054. And I've designed that twice, cut it out a little bit in the middle, And as you notice again in the middle, I have all my bling there again. So I've used a large one in the middle and just some tiny little 4mm ones all the way around. Added a bit of lace underneath just to give a bit of character. So that's that one there. Also, we're back to this one again. Love this one.
Ooh, I think that's my favourite.
This is my favourite too. Again, that's been spray misted, and actually it's been misted, and I think it was this. And what we did is, when we took the mask off, we spritzed it with water and turned it over and then pressed it down, so we got the negative. That's the negative part of it. As you can see there, whatever is white there is coloured there. So it's where the mist fell, spray fell, when we turned it over. And just, you don't have to have them dead set in the centre of a project. I like it cut off on the side, so that it gives you that a little bit of negative space where you can put some lovely stuff in there as well. And here's just another one, again, just on the side, and you can see the negative space. And cutting them out, you get some beautiful little designs. You get some really, really pretty little designs. And as you can see there, there's different levels of the flower or different layers. And I have actually done one where I've cut out all the different layers. I've got too much stuff in the way here. There we are. So I did a full one in green. Then I did another layer in, I think, spiced marmalade. Then fossil, whatever they're called, fossil amber. That's it. There's another one. And you just follow the pattern round, and then a small one in the middle. And you can actually get a really nice layered, I'm just going to bring that up slowly. You get a really nice layered flower there. Now, I've got 2 cards here, square cards, but they're both different sizes, and I want to use this design. I've got my heart set on it. Put that on the larger card. Fits perfectly. But as you can see, it's not going to happen on the little one. So what you can do is cut out, but don't use the full design. Just use part of the design. There. Just use part of the design. So no matter what size card you can, with this design, you can actually incorporate it and make it work. And then you can cut out some of the leaves under here and just put them under here and extend out the pattern and just have individual leaves. So I've had a lot of fun today. I think that's all I've got for you today. Actually, that's my doily.
Oh, wow.
Love the doily. And again, that's been taken out there. Love the doily. Again, we use different colours. Don't sit there and try to use one colour. I find in using different colours, you don't have to make everything even. I know sometimes when I ink, it's not all even, and I can't get the same depth of colour that I've done here over there. So if I use 2 or 3 colours, I can actually don't have to stress and worry about it. And that's the best way I love to ink. And I just encourage people to just experiment. And like I did the samples with the other card where the 3D stencils where I did all the samples, do samples of your stencils and have them on hand with the stencil so you know what it's going to look like when you come to use it. And if you've got colour combinations, write them down that work for you. That way you've always got a reference for it. That's what I always encourage people to do. So I've had a lot of fun. And as I've said, just pop over to the website, see our new range. We're always available for a chat if you need to call the office. We're mainly in the office all day. It's only myself and my husband Andrew in the office. And as I said, we've actually worked together since 1986. So we work together every day, which has been great because we're creative. We're both creative in our own sense. And it's just given us an opportunity to take this now to a different level. So I think that's all I can help with you today, and if anyone has any questions, just ask.
Well, I'll let you give you a moment to get your camera back around, and wasn't that some fantastic ideas? I love the idea of taking the bling and then building it up as a cluster, because then it gave you quite a different effect. It actually gave you more of a rose effect. I loved the idea of having samples of your stencils, because they do look so different when you see them in real life with the different colours. And I love Sophie's suggestion about having those samples of colours too, so you've got some go-to ones. So excellent. So thank you so much for joining us today, Sophie.
I was really nervous to start off with, but I've actually had a great time.
I know.
I could just keep going.
You've showed us so much. So you had all the scallops or the mermaid scales, and you showed us how they could be layered up. You showed us the 3D ones, how to flip them. And like I said, I can see that would take a little bit of getting used to, but if you did a few practices, I think you'd get the hang of it. And
they can always come back to this video and watch it again.
Exactly. So have it this way, flip it that way, and then practice again with using different colours as well, and just seeing if it's more of a contrast or if the two colours are closer together, different effects. And I love the mandalas as well, and just really showing when you cut them out, you just get such a different sense in seeing the detail in the centre, and then how it flowers out as well. So where do you get your ideas from? They are 3 very different concepts that you've been able to build up.
To be honest, we've actually had these ideas sitting around for years, and Andrew's actually an architectural draftsman by trade. So all that 3-dimensional and perspective and all that, it's natural to him. So it's been something we've been wanting to do, and isolation has actually given us a chance to start catching up on a lot of things in the office and updating a lot of things on our website. As if you go to our website, my lace is on there now, my lace motifs are on there, stuff that I carry at shows but have never had the opportunity or the time mainly to upload onto the website, and a lot of stuff is going up there, and there's a lot more to go up there, and there's a lot more designs that are half done. We have trays of stuff, that chipboard and stencils and other stuff that we are in works in progress. Because unless I'm happy with it and Andrew's happy with it, we don't send it out into production. We don't make it. We just put it there. We need to think about that and see how we need to change it.
Yeah, sometimes you need to plant those ideas and let them germinate a little bit.
Yes, yeah. So as I said, a lot of this stuff we've had in the back of our head to do for a long time. It's just given us the opportunity now to make it happen, which has been great.
Excellent. Well, Sophie, thank you and Andrew very much, and we're so excited that Scrapmatts is joining the Picture to Page family, and hopefully we might be able to see you in person soon.
Not a problem. Lovely having me.
Okay.
Lovely.
Thanks, Sophie.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Okay, everyone, well, we hope you enjoyed that demonstration, and as Sophie said, go back and look at it again. There was 3 very different ideas there with very different ways of layering stencils, putting the colours together, and then even just how versatile were those mandalas by cutting them out. I loved Sophie's idea about not centering it as well. Sometimes when we try and center things and try and get it straight or perfect, we know we're asking for trouble, but by offsetting it, it gives a bit of interest, a bit of mystique, and if it's slightly, not where you wanted it to be, then it really doesn't matter. So if you've got any questions, like we said, leave them in the comments, and Sophie and I will definitely get to them. Head over to the Scrapmatts website, scrapmatts.com, and that'll take you across to their online store where all of these stencils are, and they're shipping across Australia right now. So make sure you've left a comment so that we know that you're here. Of course, give us a like and share us with your crafty friends. Head over to the website from picture to page and beyond.com.au for all of the P2P Craft Present sessions, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. So this is Michelle signing off. We hope you have a crafty day.